People fall for populism because it simplifies large issues, and unfortunately, this involves blame shifting. Oh my god, guys, I'm craving sugar so bad. So bad. Hey, you know that absurd feeling when you're trying to live your daily life in your 20s as a student in a little cute apartment, but also you're constantly aware of the state of the world and how everything is going to shit? That's kind of what this video is about. Later on in the video, I will talk about my take on left-wing extremism. Even if you think, ugh, I don't want to listen to this left-wing lady talk, please, it's really interesting. I'm not judging you at all. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just trying to explain how I see it, and it makes a lot of sense to me, so it might also make sense to you. Okay, enjoy the vlog. Goodbye. Oh my gosh, did you guys see Billie Eilish is vlogging her tour now? She must have been inspired by me. I bought Lash and Brow color. It's black. And maybe I should have gotten brown, but it's okay. So apparently, this is how it works. It looked terrifying. Okay, all done. I do not see much of a difference. Maybe there is a little bit of difference. Finally wrote in my journal. If you know me, you know that I love a good deal in the supermarket, but I'm moving soon, so I couldn't get this. Oh my god, guys, I'm craving sugar and chocolate specifically so bad. So bad. And it's like I'm suffering, and I know that I shouldn't eat sugar, but I'm not happy right now. With tips that you can screw on. It's like, what? There's not much that will piss me off, right? But you know how much I was craving sugar. And I caved, okay? I fucking caved. It's fine. I couldn't focus all day because of this, so I caved. I went to get a Too Good To Go package. Lo and behold, turns out you choose what you want to get. But there is a girl in front of me who also has Too Good To Go. And she is eyeing the same chocolate chip cookies as me. What do you think? She gets 3 out of 4. At least she left me one of them. And I waited all the walk home with eating it because I want to dip it in some milk. Good morning. My stomach is hurting and my skin is itching, and maybe that was a mistake. Let's just try for a week not to eat any sugar. I've been trying to do this for years. Okay, I'm gonna do a dance workout again. I actually did the same surfer workout that I did before, and it was brutal, but I did do more push-ups than before, so I'm getting somewhere. I'm so late for class.
Kan inscannen. Dat zie je niet denken, hè?
Of masterplan.
I'm taking a nap. I'm so tired. I'm gonna take a nap. Eating this mush again for dinner. This time, straight out of the pan edition, because I don't want to do too many dishes. I want to get out of the house, but I have cramps. But this is me deciding not to buy sugar. Are you guys proud of me? Look at where I am again, in the bed. Anyway, it's 10:30. I didn't study. I cannot do it today. It's a bad day. My period is bad. Tomorrow I'll take my meds and it will be better, maybe, hopefully, because the deadline is tomorrow. So. Okay, I just got home from class. Good news is my deadline that was for tonight got postponed. So I'm gonna take the rest of the day off and just chill. Maybe I'll go to the beach because it's kind of nice weather. I want to rant a little bit because what happened this morning is basically the coalition of my country, the parliament, it fell because some guy wanted to stop all of the immigrants from coming into our country. They weren't able to find a solution on it, and he just said, fuck this, I'm leaving. I'm gonna quit. Hopefully we will get to vote again for a new coalition, because this one was the worst so far in all of my 20 years of living. I'm literally 22 years old. I don't know why I think I'm 20 all of a sudden. But it got me thinking, and it got me discussing with my classmates a little bit about the political situation. I'm gonna be real, yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm quite left-wing, if you can even call it left and right anymore. I realized I live in such a bubble, okay? I live in such a left-wing bubble. To me, it's very self-explanatory to not care about borders, to want to let anyone in, to prioritize our money on housing, on making sure people are not poor, on making sure there's enough food. It is so interesting. It's so interesting to talk with people who just don't find that self-explanatory and who really care about the capitalistic side of the economy and who They didn't really want to talk about it so much, and I understand because I can come across a little bit judgmental, and I try to stay open-minded, and I try to explain to them, I understand that people vote for this one really populistic guy because he's promising so many things and people just want to see change. The change that is promised, it doesn't happen because it's not realistic, because there's no actual plans to get from where we are now to that idealistic state. And also, I've completely let go of the idea of something having to be realistic. Partially because I know that in history, you have to be very radical and you have to think of ideas that do not at all fit within the status quo, like that seem completely batshit insane, for there to be the slightest amount of change. Here's the difference between me thinking we need radical acts without them having to be realistic versus the issue with unrealistic promises in populism. People fall for populism because it strips down, it boils down, it simplifies huge, complex societal issues to pinpoint one, usually minority group, that causes all of these large societal issues, according to them. It makes it easier to digest, let's be so honest. If I as a politician say, the cause of our housing shortage is all of these migrants who are stealing our homes and they are stealing our jobs and that's why we don't have houses, people might think, Eureka, this is it. We need to get rid of those people and then we'll be done. Obviously, in reality, the core issue of the housing shortage is way more complex than that, and it's difficult to grasp. It's years and years and years of horrible policy by the government. It's bad planning. People fall for populism because it simplifies large issues, and unfortunately, this involves blame shifting. You have to find one underdog to blame everything on, because that's how you get in power, and people fall for it. Because it would be so nice and easy if that's how the reality works. So then, Laura, why do we need radicalism on the left? Explain it to me, because it's not realistic, is it? So let me explain. This is where we are now. This is my batshit crazy idea. And this is where we're moving to. A little bit better. But imagine if this is where we are now, and this is my realistic idea, this is how it could go, we might move a little bit here. But we're never gonna get there because the crazy idea is not being pushed. This is literally how it went with women's rights, and I understand that this radicalism works both ways, right? It works in the left wing and in the right wing. This is probably also why more and more people are becoming slightly more right wing in society. Because let's be for real, there's Nazis, literal Nazis popping up. Let's say that's right wing extremism, okay? These people are moving this way because, let's say a Nazi says, look guys, all of your issues are caused by insert random minority group. We should kill all of them. Then a center person might say, what the fuck? No, we're not going to kill them. But I kind of get what you're saying. They are causing these issues. Let's make sure that they cannot go into our country anymore. They can go find a different country to seek refuge in. They might not fully agree with the extremist view, but they're slowly moving in that direction. Which means, on the other side, we need something to balance it out, guys. We need that left-wing voice, the radical voice, to balance it out. Because Nazis are not gonna fucking stop. They're not gonna be nice. They're gonna keep going until they have all of the things that they want. They're gonna keep going until white people are the only ones left. We, as the left wing, in my humble opinion, cannot only be kind, cannot only try to work together, cannot try to stop polarization by working together with literal Nazis. That's not how it works. I'm so sorry. It would be a lovely world if it were like that. But those Nazis are never gonna bend for us, so left-wing people should not bend for fucking Nazis. I'm so sorry to say this. We need left-wing extremism. We need these crazy ideas of an ideal world where everyone is equal, where no one has less rights than other people just based on their geological location, where they were born in the world. We need to have these crazy, batshit, crazy ideas to keep it in balance, to make sure that not everyone is pulled to the right. I'm not saying we have to do horrible things on the same level as these Nazis, But these Nazis are gonna bring out their guns. So what are we gonna do? Bring out our peace flags? It's not gonna do shit. I'm so sorry. And I hate that this is the case. I don't want to fight. I don't want to hurt people. But we have to do something to balance it out. I'm not trying to indoctrinate anyone. I'm just trying to say the idea of having equal opportunities for everyone, the idea of making sure that everyone is able to eat might seem an unattainable goal, but if you do not even entertain the idea of it, you're never going to get any closer to a better solution, and to not even the realistic solution will come up, because we're not even trying to think of, do you get what I'm trying to say? People don't understand this, and I get it. It's uncomfortable to have to think about these extreme things. It's uncomfortable to step outside of what you know. But it's so necessary. And the thing is, I have no clue if the rest of the world is getting this as well, because again, I'm in my bubble. I have no clue if everyone else is also finally starting to realize that we kind of have one common enemy, and that is the ruling class, who is fucking everything up for everyone except for themselves. It's a big statement, but let's be so for real. Is it not true? I don't think I need to have a fully thought out plan to get somewhere for there to be change possible. But maybe that's just me praying that people understand this and that we're gonna have a little bit of a swing back to the left. But I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up. The best you can do is keep being radical. I'm just gonna do everything as an act of radicalism. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Literally, it's the least I can do as a white girl. What else can you do? Just sit in your room and wait for a better coalition to come? No, I'm not gonna do that. We need more extremism. Thank you very much.